Horrible intro. Horrible. Hey, that sounds like Christmas music on the bagpipes. Hey, Shagdog and Jammer. Spit or
Yep.
swallow beer review. We both have two different kinds of Scotch wheat heavies. I got Backwoods Bastards by Founders Ale.
Backwoods bastard.
That Backwoods Bastard looks like somebody you know, don't it?
Yeah. A little dwarf. I have Dread God Monroe from Barreled Souls out of Soco, Maine. Gets a 10% ABV. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's 11% ABV. Beer Advocate is the highest rated Scotch wheat ale we heavy on Beer Advocate. It's got 97. Beer Advocate says 11.2%. The bottle says 11, so I'll go with the bottle.
Well, mine
And
says just Scotch Ale, so.
and it's oh yeah, Founders Brewing Company, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Now, these guys, Barreled Souls, they have a lot of quirky names for their drinks. It's pretty cool. Um,
Wow.
they had Death Star. Um, they had what was that? Where is it at? 10 cents get you nuts. 2020 a Spice Odyssey. I mean, just some of Cantaloupe Island. Of course, the Death Star. Fast Times at Wells High.
Mm.
Planet of the Grapes. Just to name a few. Peaches come from a can. Resistance is fruitile. Rise of Fruit Walker. Just some interesting names.
A little bit more than a finger head, although I don't have the biggest fingers in the world.
Yes, that's what she said.
So maybe a regular man's finger.
Mine, I had a pretty decent one finger head. It's quickly dissipated.
Ooh.
It's very dark, almost like a nut brown ale, almost color wise. Maybe a little lighter brown than that, but it's
Yeah,
still dark.
mine's pretty dark brown, but with a red hue to it when I hold it up to the light.
Red
Pretty,
hue.
yeah, like if you hold it
Interesting.
directly to the light, it's got like red, a little redness to it.
Okay.
But if you look at it right here, it looks black or dark brown. Yeah.
Mine smells of some dark fruits. Maybe a little smoky.
Mm.
Um, hmm.
I smell like barrels for this, but I smell more of a whiskey smell. But I mean, bourbon is whiskey, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Kentucky whiskey, basically, right?
Kentucky bourbon is whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, it smells good. I smell some dark fruits, maybe
You
a little
keep
bit of.
somehow. Let me fix you. Hold on. There you
I
go.
keep moving. A little bit of caramel. It's probably my head. I'm leaning forward.
I'm getting some like burnt caramel in mine.
Yeah, mine's not really. It's too much burnt, but maybe a little bit. Different beer, of course. So a little bit of earth spiciness in this one, but not. It's not overwhelming or anything.
Yeah,
I'm
little
ready to drink it.
smoky, little dark caramel, burnt caramel, whatever.
And can you hold that can close to the camera there, Jammer? Oh, it's same as the back screen, right? Same thing. Yeah. Okay. Looks good. Looks like a kilt.
Very kind of burnt caramel, smoke, sweet, bit spicy, but not burning spice.
Yeah.
What you want? What does that go? How's that song go?
Yeah. Which one?
What you want?
What
Oh,
song?
golly, Spice Girl song.
What you want? What you really, really want? I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. I wanna.
A
What you?
drink god, a drink god,
Yeah.
Monroe.
If you wanna be my lover, you have got to. Now you get me into it.
Here comes Shagdog's girl band.
And it's not like I like the song. Well, it's kind of catchy tune, I guess, but I only know it
Tell
a
me what
little
you want,
bit
what you
because
really
I
want. I'll
watched
tell you what I want, what you really want.
when the video was out, I
Yeah.
watched it just so I could see a couple of the Spice Girls. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought a couple of them were pretty sexy back then.
Yes, some of them were.
They
Then they
wore
got
those
old.
high, tight dresses, and
Hmm.
yeah,
Then
even
they
a
got
couple of
old.
one. Yeah, Jerry Hallwell, she did end up doing porn. I heard, never seen
Did
them.
she?
Yeah, the kind of redheadish one,
Oh, we'll have to check that out.
one of the sexier ones. You had the other one with the dark hair, was kind of sexy looking. The blonde,
Didn't she marry some tennis star or something?
I think so. You had sporty, then you had scary, which is uh, the African English one.
Why is she scary?
Ah, I don't know. She wasn't scary to me, but oh, this taste. I can taste the whiskey. Went off. I can taste the spice.
Well, you did say bourbon.
Yeah, nice little bourbon taste. It's kind of probably a little bit too much for me, but it's kind of smooth at the same time too.
You know, when we had those, what was those called? Those the wee heavies that we had, the Scottish ales that I bought that one time.
Well, I remember one time you bought a whole different types of Scottish ales, and it had wee heavies. It had uh, some
Seaweed,
seaweed and some type of flower ale, and
elderberry.
a whole bunch of crazy ones. Yeah, I remember
The
that day.
elderberry was actually pretty good.
Yeah, a couple of them were all right. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I was
remember that.
pleasantly surprised on a
Yeah,
couple of them.
but the Ennis and Gun.
I didn't like.
Oh yes, you loved them.
They still making different types of innocent guns now. We haven't done it in so long. Any innocent guns?
I know. And, all right, so there's something about this one that I don't care for.
Mm.
How big was your can?
This I think it's 11 ounces or 12 ounces. 12 ounces. Yeah,
Well, you got the,
it's an American bottle. Yeah.
and I got screwed because I'm drinking a pint.
Well, pint 16 ounces.
I know,
How'd you get screwed? You got more.
because you got 11 ounces and you're only drinking 12.
Yeah, but mine's 11%. Yours only 10.
Yes, but I'm drinking more of it.
You have to average that out per ounce. How much? Yeah.
It actually averages out to about 12%.
Yeah, not my particular style of beer. I'm not really, but it's one of the better wheat heavies I've had actually.
I mean, this one masked the
This one.
alcohol pretty well, actually. There's like a slight warming, burning kind of sensation, just very faint.
Mm.
But overall, it masked the alcohol very well. Um, the slight burnt, the caramel and smoky type taste, smell, or whatever you want to call
Mm-hmm.
it, kind of blends pretty well. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, this one. I mean, you can taste the alcohol, but it's kind of blended well where it's masked a little bit. And you know those type of bourbon beers I don't like. Yeah, but this one's all right. It's not too bad. It's actually giving me a little bit of warming sensation down here too.
You know, overall, I like it. There's something about it though that I can't pinpoint.
Mm,
Maybe it's the dark fruits, maybe like a fig or a
yeah.
date,
Now,
maybe
we've had some Scotch ales, wee heavies that weren't like dark
plum,
and
maybe.
fruity like this. They were more of a like a red ale almost. With the bourbon,
Yeah,
Scotch, whatever taste to it. Because the Old Chub is a Scotch wee heavy, but that's nothing like this.
yeah. So I'm gonna give it a straight up B and a swallow.
Hmm. I'm still debating. It does have all those
What's your baiting?
flavors. I said I'm debating,
Oh, okay.
not pre-baiting. Not
I didn't
yet.
know whether you were master
No,
or what,
pre
but
pre masters. Got my postmaster baits. I can taste the bourbon, the caramel, a little bit of earthiness,
uh-huh.
a little bit of roastiness too with the malts. I like it, even though I don't like this particular style. But I'm going to give it a minus and a swallow.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean a little bit on the back end. I don't
blushing.
like it at the back end, but at the rest of the way, I can taste
You
more of
don't
the
like it on the
alcohol.
back end?
I can taste the alcohol a lot more in the back end. Yeah,
Oh,
back
oh
part
yeah.
of the tongue. Yeah,
Now the Dread God, this figure that you see right above me,
yeah.
it's supposed to be the fear of the Lord be upon you.
Ah,
Yeah,
well, that's kind of what dread means, right? You dread something, fear
yeah,
something, fear
and
God.
that's what they want to. And it says this is Monroe, you know,
Yeah.
and Monroe actually means man from the River Roe.
Oh, be
Monroe,
damned.
Scottish Gaelic Rothhack, is a
Oh.
Scottish surname in both languages. It means man from the River Roe in
Mm.
County Londonderry, Northern Ireland. The surname in common in Rossshire and Rossshire or whatever you want to call it, and other areas of northern Scotland. It also spread to Canada via immigration.
Uh-huh.
So I like that. May the fear of the Lord be upon you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a crest for the Clan Monroe. So
Yeah, that's the weird thing about the
I am
Bible.
immortal. I have inside me blood of kings.
You know what I'm saying, Jammer? With the Bible, most of the Old Testament is about fear and stuff like that, and then the New Testament's about love. Now, even though supposedly God, angels, God Himself told people what to write in Bibles, maybe some of it, but maybe some of it, knowing man, they misconstrued some stuff, put their own little description of it, didn't really get it from God exactly.
I don't know
And
because. Oh,
because,
go ahead.
but I mean, why would God change His view and preach love through Jesus when before it was like an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, that type of stuff? Yeah.
Well, I think that he was laying down the law like a parent does. Don't do that, or I'm going to whoop your ass.
Right. And you think he grew a little bit, and like after the kids got a little older,
No,
like, you know
I
what?
just think that overall he's laying down the law in the
Old
first
Testament. Yeah.
Old Testament or whatever. And then in the New Testament, he's saying that he is, I am the Lord thy God. Love. And Jesus is love. Da 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 da.
So you're
And
saying the
I've
old,
sent my son to freaking forgive you, people.
because we weren't doing good. So he said, maybe I need love. This
Well,
discipline stuff ain't working too well. Maybe love will work better. You think that
yeah.
might be it?
Well, I think that he just said, you know what? The only way I could forgive you is to send my son down to shed his blood.
Blood for all of you
Yeah,
bastards.
because I can't stand y'all right now.
Yeah,
You're on my last nerve.
can't believe I made you in my image.
You're on my last nerve.
Yeah.
I brought you into this world. I will take you out.
Mhm. But yeah, it's just weird about that, you know.
Well,
And
the
is
thing about it is that I don't know the timing of it all. Like the Old Testament, what years
mhm,
did that cover?
right.
And whether the New Testament was right alongside it and it just didn't get highlighted because, hey, we want you to know you should fear God. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them, the time frame on the Old Testament is probably off because they say the Great Flood happened what, 3000 BC or something like that. But a lot of scientists say, you know,
Okay.
that
Now you're sliding into an area that I'll get in.
some science and historical stuff don't match with biblical stuff, you know.
Well, the scientists like to think that all because they have carbon dating, that everything is so pinpoint accurate on the dates.
Right.
And they'll say, well, these bones are from a 30,000-year-old animal.
Right.
But
But
if
they
you
never.
really dive into carbon dating goes on what is around that item that you found. So if you found it in this level of dirt and it has Greek writing in here and Greek tapestry or whatever, Greek whatever, stuff, and they carbon date this bone, they're going to try to match what is in that area
Uh,
that it's found.
huh.
That's where it's very inaccurate. Now, I don't know
Yeah.
a lot about it, but I do know when I watched somebody break down carbon dating, and took it apart piece by piece.
Yeah.
They're saying the scientist is just guessing.
Right. Even with the soil data where they look at,
Yeah,
they dig out 50 feet of land here and there's like different layers of sediment,
they
like,
find
okay, here's
little,
this.
oh, here's a dinosaur bone, so it
Here's a
had to
la-
be fifty
here's
thousand years ago.
right. Here's a layer of clay, so that must be this, and then here's a layer of some other type of soil, and here's a layer of this. Yeah.
And they can't date rocks,
Right.
you know. So it's kind of odd.
Yeah. And even with the Great Flood, a lot of people are like, well, that didn't happen. But there's many different cultures that have a Great Flood story. And then even with the Great Flood, we don't know if the whole earth was covered with water. It might have been only like they landed on Mount Ararat in Turkey or whatever, supposedly Noah. But
But the arc,
how high was the water? Was it all the way up to the tip of the mountain, halfway, quarter? So there might have been other places on Earth that was above the water. Yeah.
well, supposedly there are some areas that have uh, fish and whale bones and stuff like that don't have water,
Oh, like the
and it's
Sahara
far
Desert, but
it's
they
far in coastland inland.
yeah, Sahara Desert. They found bone whale or whale bones, which they said the ocean used to be
Yeah,
way back. Yeah, but they
yeah.
said that there's actually how they always talk about the one continent thing, but that's happened like they said 3 or 4 times over the millions of years
Well,
Earth's been
listen.
around.
Here's a perfect example, Shagdog. You said it before. Whenever we were facing the end of the world and we had to go save it as beer reviewers.
Right, 2012.
Yes, you said it. That the poles shift every so many years. Remember
Yeah,
that?
right.
And they were claiming that it's coming close to shifting. But
Mhm.
technically, right now, the North Pole has been moving.
You would
North
think,
and South Poles the has been moving
yeah,
further and further from its original location that we
yeah, and even Edgar Casey
and it's
predicted the
picked up
North
pace.
Pole is moving, and he actually predicted the North Pole actually be over where the south part of Greenland is, or something like that.
Hmm.
Eventually,
And it's
and
headed that way.
when you think climate change. It's not really climate change. It's probably global positioning change, if you ask me. Yeah.
Well, it's a little of everything because look, the Earth is renewable.
Right. Until the tectonic plates stop, uh, supposedly.
Well, life and in general is renewable.
Yeah.
Energy is renewable.
Mm.
The Earth is renewable.
Right.
You know, and don't you think when the Earth is hurting or the Earth something happens to the Earth, it tries to correct itself and take care of itself? I mean, it's just like when they build. Okay, so perfect example. They claim this marshland. They fill it up with dirt. They build it up and they put houses on it.
Right.
Well, that marshland used to take all the water and let it soak slowly into the ground and into the aquifer and so forth and everything like that. Now that water can't go there. Where's the water going to go? It's going to find the path of least resistance and it's going to go that direction, right?
Right. Right. You
So
got
it
it.
self corrects. Okay, so you don't have me going here. Well, guess what? Now there's marshland over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always constantly self correcting
Now,
itself.
who knows if things like earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, it's not the earth trying to cleanse itself like you would when you got cancer. You're going to shoot some chemo in you. You're
Yeah,
trying to kill that stuff. It's killing you.
kill the infection,
Right.
which is man.
Yep. And man and murder hornets.
Oh, let's don't forget the women, because if we don't say women, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, men should die.
I guess you have to say humans for now. You can't say
Yeah.
because men used to
Well,
mankind.
you can't even say human now.
You can't even say mankind anymore. What is it now? What is our
Well, you
species?
can't say human.
Well,
That's
what's
human.
is it? Human now?
No, no, you're a human.
Human.
Man.
Screw that. It's
Yeah.
man.
So, what are you, a Hugh? Yeah. So, I think the Earth, it goes through these processes and these, what do you want to call it? Uh,
Renewal.
uh, it
Transformation. Cleansing.
transformation. Well, you could
Cleansing.
call it a cleansing, or you can call it self correction, all that stuff. But in reality, it's just like a tree growing. It goes through the process of transformation.
Right.
And
Kills
there's
off.
been many ice ages before, and many
Right.
melting before.
I think it's going to happen again. And it doesn't happen overnight. Usually, this has been happening
Over
probably for
thousands of years.
right. I mean, we're in the process. The last ice age was what 10,000 years ago, so it's due time.
Yeah.
Last Earth rotation was how many years ago? Supposedly, according to the Mayans, 5,400 every 5,400 years or something.
Okay, I got a lot of sediment there.
Oh, did you? I'm glad I don't have any like that Casablanca I did. I'd be worried.
This is just yeast, I think.
Yeah, don't look like mold or anything, right?
Yeah.
Fact or fiction? Mysteries of the Bible.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I got a
Ancient
Imperial.
alien prophecies.
Yes, ancient alien probings. Fact or
Probing
fiction?
suggests that we're all fucked and just don't know
Yeah, or don't remember it.
it. Things have been inserted into your body,
Oh shit.
foreign objects
Or
found.
domestic.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. All right.
that's true.
Let's get to the
That is
next one.
true.
I'm ready to drink that next one.
All right, let's do it.
I'm Shagdog.
I'm Jammer. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys, for
Yep.
watching our Christmas spectacular celebration. Happy Festivus for the
Yes.
rest of us.
Spit it while swallow beer review.
Yeah.
I sound like D Martin there. Spit a
Kwanzaa.
swallow beer review.
I feel sorry for people who don't drink. They have
Same
nothing to look forward to in the morning.
All right. Well, they actually do, but nothing terrible. All right, we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.